Oh, time to clean the ceiling fan. Now, at first glance, you might think, what's the big deal? That's easy. Well, do you know the best way to clean a ceiling fan? Now, do you see those blades up there? They're not flat. I mean, they're flat, but they got webbing on there. See that? All little pieces of reed, all webbed together, routed back and forth and stuff, and little string around the edges of the fan blades and all that. All those nooks and crannies where the dust is collecting, and once it starts collecting, it gets all over the place, and it's not that easy to clean those. What are we going to use to clean that? Now, if you said, oh, come on, Joe, anybody can clean a ceiling fan, especially the blades. Now, if those blades were the flat blades, you know, you could just wipe them off top and bottom, and it's nice and easy. Get up there on a ladder, take some spray cleaner and spray it up there and wipe them off. That's a really easy way, but we don't have that here, do we? Now, how else do you think we could clean this? You might say, oh, just get one of those Swiffers and put it upside down and kind of cock the head over, and you can just reach up there. You know how they show on the commercials? I mean, that is so phony, especially for blades like this. And again, a Swiffer, you know, that might work with the other types of blades, or if you want to clean your ceiling fan blades once a week. But I know you're not going to do that every week, are you? You're probably going to think about it every 2 or 3 months, if not every 6 months, depending where you live. Now, if you live close to the street and you've got windows open and stuff, you're going to get a big collection of dust up there, and then after a while you're going to see all kinds of clumps of lint and just all certain things up there. And the best way to get that off, that's what I'm here to show you. Well, here's my trick. It's nothing fancy. You might laugh when I show it to you, but trust me, I've tried several things in cleaning these types of ceiling fan blades, and this is the best piece of knowledge I can give you on how to clean this and what I use. Here it is. Kaboom. It's an old paintbrush. See that? Oh, now you can see how I'm going to clean that. This is going to be easy with this, huh? Now, if you have a paintbrush, this is just a 3-inch standard economy type paintbrush. Now, granted, when you buy the paintbrushes, they're probably not this old, you know. I've had this thing for years. And when you get ready to replace your paintbrush, don't throw your paintbrush away. This is a perfect little broom, a little cleaner. I clean the underneath cabinets, inside cabinets, down on the ground, ceiling fans, or picking certain little bits and pieces up off the ground with the dustpan. This works awesome. You got to get one of these. This is what we're going to use. Now, this ceiling fan, on first glance, doesn't look that dusty. And I usually wait 2 or 3 months to do this, but I'm just going to take my brush, and on this edge, this high edge here, this is where it accumulates, and also on this bottom edge too. It's just the way the fan blade is built on the top edge right up in here. So I just get my little paintbrush out and start cleaning that off. You try doing this with a rag, and you're going to see that you can't get it as good as I can get it with the paintbrush. I hope you can see that coming off of the blades on the video there. You know, and if I wait longer than this, all kinds come off. You know? Okay, so I'm just going to do that on each blade. And it's not tricky, not hard to do. You try to take a Swiffer up here, and you're going to get half of the dust off. You're not going to get the rest. Or a rag. Again, you're not going to get much. Or you might say, well, I'll just take a vacuum attachment. And I try to do that too. And it'll get some to a certain extent, but it doesn't get in the nooks and crannies and the bits inside this string where it gets caught. If you take the paintbrush and go back and forth, you'll get it all. Or you get the majority of it. Not going to be 100% perfect. Nothing ever is when you've got blades like this. Okay? But mark my words, you get yourself a little paintbrush, and like I said, this is a 3-inch, and it's pretty fat on the end. You don't want one of those little skinny ones. You know, this works really good. Then I guess if you got a hand broom that's almost this type of bristle too, you know, the dustpan and the broom combo, the little hand one, if it's the end of it is like this, you can use that. That's basically like a paintbrush, or this is basically like that little hand brush, right? Okay, so you're going to do all the blades underneath and on the edges like this before we get up to the top. You got to do the top too. Don't worry, I'm not going to forget. Wow. You might also have caught that I'm not using a dust mask. But when you're doing this, you want to get yourself one of those little dust masks. You can buy 5 at a time at the hardware store. You know, because this gets dust everywhere. And if you're allergic to dust, or even if you're not, you're going to breathe in this. Now, I don't have a dust mask on because I'm trying to talk to you at the same time, and I want you to understand and hear my words, what I'm saying, you know? Okay, so just do all your blades and do the best you can with your paintbrush tool before we get up to the top. Now I know you saw all that dust falling down, and that's just how it's going to be when you use a paintbrush, because you're not going to be able to catch it all. But that's okay. Don't let that stop you from finishing your project and doing it with the paintbrush. Here I've got just a wood floor, so right here I just let it drop on the floor, swept it all up, and then I used a vacuum to vacuum it after that. But if you don't have anything like that, chances are you might have a bed underneath the ceiling fan. Take some towels, some beach towels or anything like that, a sheet, an old sheet, put that over your bedspread or what have you. Catch everything with that, fold it all up, take it outside and shake it all out. Or if you've got a coffee table there, you can move the coffee table, you can put some towels down. Try to catch most of the stuff and then vacuum up the rest on your carpet or something. You know, it's not that hard. I know you can do it. Resituated my ladder so I can get up here. Okay, now I can just do the top. You don't want to get on your ladder too low because then you're throwing all this right in your face, you know? So get up above your blades, and hopefully that doesn't mean you have to get up too high on your ladder. Now I can go down a little bit to get to the next blade. Or if I wanted to stay here and I'm hitting this, I can slide it over and do it that way because the ceiling fan is on an extension coming down from the ceiling. Now, lots of ceiling fans are like that. So if you got one like that, you can kind of swivel that carefully out of the way. You know, if you have to. I don't want you falling off the ladder because you're contorting your body in such a fashion that you're going to fall, lose your balance. Okay? That's pretty much it. Now I know most people out there, you know how to do things, but this was just giving you a quick idea on how to clean your ceiling fans using something that you might not have thought of before. A crummy old paintbrush. Look at this mess. Hey, I just wanted to let you know I'm going to be cleaning this up because I'm going to be preparing more videos from you in this room. So I have to get this stuff out. I just didn't want you to think that I live this way. That's all I got for this time. But I'll be back with more videos.